Hi, Dr. Dave here. I'm with my son David. Say hello, David.
Hi.
And we're here. We want to show you some nice cool down stretches you can do with the ball to make it easier. So why do we want to do cool down stretches after we do an exercise activity or we have a game?
So you don't get cramps and
Speak up so they can hear you.
so you don't get cramps and you can't get you're not sore the next day.
That's right. So it helps reduce the soreness and also the muscle tension for the following day. Also, we're helping to break up the fibers a little bit. Hopefully, we'll slow down the buildup of lactic acid also. So let's do 5 easy ones on the ball. Are you ready?
Yes.
Which one should we start with? Why don't we do hamstring first? Let's show him hamstring first. So he's going to sit on the ball. Go ahead, David. Yep. Putting the right leg out. Yep. And as he pushes back on the ball, he's going to lean in and lock out that knee. But notice he keeps his back neutral here, which is important. So he's in good posture. And we're getting a stretch in the hamstring right here. Do you feel a good stretch?
Yeah.
Yep. And let's hold all these about 15, 20 seconds. We want to do each side back and forth. Feels pretty good, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the first one. From there, what's next? Okay, we'll do the lunge, okay? Why don't we do the lunge next? So go ahead, you're going to stand like this. Put that ball just in front of the knee. Yeah, bring this foot up a little further. Bring the foot up further. And then as he's here, let me show you something. We want to lock in the pelvis. He already did it. Lock it. We call it a posterior tilt. Lock in the pelvis so it puts him in neutral position, right? And then from here, with the foot far enough out in front of him, use this for support. He can just fall straight down on the ball. There it is. So he keeps his back upright again. And at that point, we're getting the front of the hip in here. He's stretching hip flexor, some of the quad too. And same thing, we want to do 15, 20-second hold, do a few sets, both sides. Feels good?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we move to the next one? That would be the side lunge. So he's going to get the inside of his thigh on this one to stretch the inside here. Yep, so from here, let's focus on the left. David, go ahead and start. So drop down. So look what he's doing. He's bending the right knee as he puts his weight on the ball with the left. Keep yourself upright so he's still in good posture. And you can feel a stretch. That's for the inner thigh here to help open that up. So far, so good. And we want to do a 15, 20-second hold on these, both sides back and forth. Do a few sets each, and that'll open up the inner thigh. So next from there, why don't we move forward? Let's do piriformis stretch, which would be the hip rotator. So he's going to come in. He's going to put his heel on the middle of the ball. Yep. And then cross over. And we're going to do like a figure 4 here. So he's going to help assist pulling this foot up to himself as he rolls the ball to himself. And at the same time, he pushes away on the opposite side. You feel that stretching in the hip? So that gets the hip to open up the piriformis stretch to help release the hip rotators. And we want to hold this, same thing, 15, 20 seconds each. Go back and forth. It'll just help open up the rotators that are sometimes tough to get to. The ball makes it easy. When he moves that to himself, it just opens it up really easy versus having to use your arms to pull. Feel good? Okay, what's the last one from there?
The wall squat.
Okay, so from here, let's move over to the wall. We'll do the wall squat. This is just a nice overall range of motion. It gets a lot of different muscles in the back. He's just going to go about shoulder width here. Drop down slowly. How far do you want to go, David?
Where your
Speak to the camera, please.
where your thighs are even with your knees.
Yeah, so you level thighs to floor, right? And at that point, you know what, let's put arms here, but then keep yourself upright. How's that feel for a stretch?
Good.
Yeah, and if on this you can roll back, up and back a couple times too if you want, just to help open up the legs again. So after a busy day, this is just a nice way to do it. Back and forth. How's that feel?
Good.
Yeah, good job. So we did 5. That was simple, right?
Yes.
You feel all limber now?
Yeah.
So now, tomorrow when you get up, hopefully you'll be less stiff, less sore, that this helps you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, young man, by the way. Give me 5. Jeez. I'll get an adjustment on this hand later. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Take care.